Welcome to Liverpool Uniting Church. I'm John Cutts, the Presbytery Officer and Secretary and the Presbytery Liaison Person for Liverpool. I'm here with the Reverend Sharon Cutts to tell you a little bit about the Liverpool Kitchen and Community Hub. Uniting stepped in with one of their innovation grants and helped us fund this kitchen over the last 3 years. And it's served about 26,000 meals per year. But the Liverpool Kitchen and Community Hub is much more than that. It's become a centre of community for disadvantaged people.
We offer them a hot meal, a hot breakfast and a hot lunch. We offer them the space to be who they are as a valued person.
Liverpool Community Kitchen is for the people of Liverpool who just need a hand. We're standing in an empty building at the moment because the people can't come in.
Prior to this silence, this room would have been a buzz of activity. There would have been people everywhere, people all shapes and sizes, people all different colours, people of all different faiths, all coming together under the one roof in the one space. Some people were here for job skills, for work. There were other people here because they were volunteers and they just wanted to give something back to the community.
There was also visits by the laundry bus, which had washing machines and dryers so people could get their clothes clean. Fortnightly visits by the shower bus, where people could have a proper wash.
And conversations happening. It was noisy, it was full of life. It was just a place where you could see community happening. You could see the same people sitting together. That becomes their little family group. People learnt to be together and to listen to each other. It was an opportunity for me to share my faith with some people who had been hurt by the church, to show them a different face of the church, one that actually loved them despite the situation they might be in.
The soup kitchen here had to close because our volunteers were withdrawn, our food supplies disappeared, and we needed an alternative. And so Sharon, what were you able to do to keep food going to people who needed it?
I made a phone call to Reverend Bill Cruz at the Exodus Foundation and I sought his help. It went from there and we had something up and running within 10 days. Bill was able to provide a meal every single day of the week.
What happens at the moment is that the Exodus food van pulls up into a lay-by. It opens up, it still welcomes people, it gives them their warm meal.
A meal that it came in a Chinese food container, hot meal for the winter with dessert and fruit and a drink.
So as we move along in this COVID-19 restrictions where we can't open, we've got to be thinking about ways of how do we reopen this kitchen in a post-COVID-19 world in a sustainable way, because it operated before unsustainably from a financial perspective. And when the finances that we received from Uniting ceased, we really couldn't keep going. So what's the thought that's going into that, Sharon?
There is definitely a need for the kitchen to partner with somebody and get help from the council and other organisations to help continue to be a place where the love of Christ can come and be served. I'm thinking too that perhaps we might be able to use the kitchen for someone who is an enterprise of their own and they just need a place where they can do multiple batches of cookies or cupcakes, because it is such a resource that could benefit so many different people in so many different ways, and to see it standing still for so many hours of the week, I think is just a bit of a real shame.
We'll be looking for new ways of running this kitchen, new ways of developing and strengthening the community, connections with people who are disadvantaged. It's an example of the grace of Jesus Christ. We extend the hand of grace to those who are less fortunate than us. There's a place for the wider church here, whether it be someone who has organisational skills, or maybe a congregation would like to donate some food to us, or perhaps there are volunteers who could simply come and help out. The wider church can make a tremendous difference to how this place operates. The former executive director of Uniting, Peter Wallen, he came here on the day that we opened this kitchen. And Peter had a mantra that was simple. He said, feed the people, clothe the cold, and extend the hand of grace to those less fortunate than us. And that's what this kitchen and this hub endeavours to do.